All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's Wednesday. You know what that means? It is Wanderlust Wednesday. And what do we do on Wednesdays? We talk like Kirk. No, just kidding. We're throwing some stuff your way as usual. Another one of my phrases. They're all over the place here today. We throw some stuff at you that maybe you've never heard before. And I've still got so much stuff on my list. You guys are lucky. I'm going to have to keep this going for now. Just for now. What are we talking about today? Let's move this in a little bit here. All right. So first of all, I've been working on part 2 of the hard rock metal edition where we put stuff your way that maybe you've never heard before. So that's coming up after Thanksgiving. I'm going to have another episode with a handful of some pretty heavy stuff on a Wednesday. See if you guys know it. But that's not what we're doing today. Because why? Because sometimes I just roll with it and I hear something on satellite radio and I'm like, what? Oh, this is it. And that's what happens, right? So this is exactly what happened in the Whole Foods parking lot just the other day. This song came on and I was like, what? I was like, what? I haven't heard this song in 25, maybe 30 years. And yet, it was a favorite song of mine for those who knew me back then. And I just had forgotten all about it. And I was like, I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. That's it. I'm just doing it. You know, that's what's happening. And then I decided, you know what? We'll do that one and we'll do one other one because I played it the other day and I was like, it's Thanksgiving. We're going to have the main dish and we're going to have a side dish because got to do that. So we're doing 2 today. You're welcome. All right, what are we talking about first? Because it's already been 2 minutes. First off, the other day I heard this song by Jon Astley, not Rick Astley, and not never going to give you up, never going to let you down. You know, not that one, but Jon Astley, this British producer who as far as producing is concerned, in his own right, should be famous, but producers are never famous, right? Unless your last name is Spector, right? So, and not always for the best reason. So, but this guy, he was a co-producer on the Who's album, Who Are You? Hello, you just retire on that, right? 1976. But he also produced albums by Clapton, Corey Hart, Blondie, but his real gift is remastering. And he remastered the whole Who catalog. How about that for a job? That's a big responsibility. And it turns out his sister was married to Pete Townsend for a bit. And he's known for remastering things. He's remastered albums from ABBA, Tori Amos, Led Zeppelin, Stones, Priest, Peter Gabriel, Sting, you name it, right? That's how he makes his bread and butter. But it turns out he had 2 songs in the 80s. And I read an article. It's very hard to find an article, by the way. I read an article. This guy called him a no-hit wonder. Oh, that hurts, right? But this guy's argument was should have been a hit. Should have been more of a hit. But both of his songs got played on the radio, but they just didn't make the top 40 in America. But the one that I know, and the one that I had the 45 and just played it all the time, was the song Jane's Getting Serious. Who remembers this song from 1987? I should look that one up first, but yeah, 1987. Everyone loves the pilot except the crew. That was the name of the album. Great title, right? Jane's Getting Serious. And if your name was Jane in high school, you know who you are, Lamort. I would sing that song whenever I saw you. Because that's just who I was. So, this was just this catchy. It's a catchy tune. It's totally 80s. It went to number 77. It didn't go anywhere. Should have been a hit. They used it in a Heinz commercial years later, turns out. I did not know this. And a very early pre-famous Matt LeBlanc is in the commercial. So I'm going to try to find that and post that below. But this song just made me happy when I heard it. And I knew all the words. And then my wife got in the car and she started singing the chorus too. And I was like, see? Perfect. See? Jane's Getting Serious. You know what? This is awesome. So tell me if you remember the song Jane's Getting Serious. I think this would charted in the Canada. Well, I don't know where. Anyway, but anyway, he had another single, Put This Love to the Test, which I was not as familiar with. It sounded familiar to me, but it went to number 3 on the modern rock charts in 1988. There you go. What's the next one? The next one is this band called Roman Holiday. Who remembers this song? Another British band out of the 1980s, formed in 1980. John Peel saw them. Remember John Peel? He had like all these releases. He was a famous DJ on BBC. People would go in and record 4 songs for his show, and invariably they would become a hit. The Peel sessions. That's what people would do there. And then I got reminded, and I don't know who remembers this, but sometime in the 80s there was some show on Sunday nights called the Something Something Power Hour. Is this right? John White, where are you? Something Power Hour? Anyone remember this? Classic rock radio in Connecticut in the 80s? I don't know. It's killing me. Anyway, and then so he sees them, gets their 4 songs on there, and then Mick Jones of The Clash sees them and says, dude, I dig what you're doing there. Why don't you guys support us? And that's what they did. And they put out some records. Their very first single was this song we're talking about, Roman Holiday, Stand By. It's just like, it's kind of like Stray Cats, I guess. So, it's kind of like that kind of stuff. But I love this song. It was heavy rotation on MTV in 1983, and that's where my music taste was really frontal lobe music taste was formed, and that one was on a lot. And I just dig the song, and it's just fun, makes me happy. I mean, there's some songs out there about sailors that go to see a lady of the night, but this one is just fun, and it's good. So tell me if you remember this. But this one did go to number 1 in the Canadian adult contemporary charts in November of '83, and it went to number 54 in the United States. Should have been higher, should have been more of a hit. They had another hit, and it was Don't Try and Stop It. I think that one was a little bit higher charting, but I'm not sure. Anyway, because I don't remember that one. Anyway, those are your 2 songs today. Do you remember? Roman Holiday, Stand By, and Jon Astley, Jane's Getting Serious. Those are your 2 assignments for this Wednesday before Thanksgiving. The other assignment is to remind me what the Power Hour was. What was that Power Hour? Anyway, enjoy your Thanksgiving tomorrow. We'll be on tomorrow, of course. And whatever it is you're doing tonight, be safe. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.